Hello my dear students, welcome to your social studies class. Today we will learn the next topic of the chapter, environmental studies. Let's see what all things we learned in our first video and then we will continue the chapter. In the first video we learned about what is a pollution, right? The harm that we cause to the environment is called as a pollution. Then we learnt about the different types of pollution and we covered the first two pollution also. That is air pollution and water pollution. What do you mean by air pollution? When the mixing of harmful gases or the air or the dust particles with the air present in the environment, what happens? Air pollution occurs. And we learnt about what all are the natural causes and what all are the human-made causes and how the plants also get affected by it. Then we learnt about what is water pollution, right? Water pollution, we said that when harmful substances are released into the water bodies, water pollution happens. The water turn out to be a contaminated water or a polluted water. Right. Then we learn what are the natural causes and what are the human-made causes of water pollution. Then I forgot to tell in the first video, there are certain diseases also happens when we drink this polluted or a contaminated water like jaundice, typhoid, gastroenteritis. Gastroenteritis means stomach flu. Okay. So these are the different kind of diseases happens when we drink contaminated water. Now let's move on to today's topic. Today we will cover the next two pollution, that is land or soil pollution and noise pollution. So let's start the chapter. Let's see first what do you mean by land or soil pollution. Okay, what do you mean by land or soil pollution? When harmful substances are released into the soil, harmful substances like waste. When waste are released to the soil, what happens? Soil pollution happens. Okay, when we dump the waste in the soil, what happens? The soil pollution happens. It causes soil pollution. Now let's see what are the different causes of soil pollution. First cause is solid waste. As I said earlier, when we dispose waste in the soil, soil pollution happens. But the solid waste causes more pollution. What do you mean by solid waste? Solid waste are those waste which will not decompose, which will not decay or mix with the soil very easily. Like computers, furnitures, your plastic toys, right? Vehicles, they all are solid waste. They do not mix with the soil very easily. They take thousands of years to mix with the soil. Okay, so solid waste can pollute the soil. Next one is refuse from forest and agriculture. The waste from agriculture. What all waste can be produced by agriculture? Like what all things are there? The crops which are not useful crops. Okay, those crops that can be a waste. Then manures. Unused manures, it will be left in the soil, that can be a waste. Fertilizers, then livestock waste, like if a cattle is brought to the field for agricultural purpose and the waste of them, that is also a waste for the soil. So the refuse from the forest and agriculture also cause soil pollution. Now next one, refuse from mines. What all from the mines can be the waste? Like gravels, stones, pebbles, clay, metals. All these can be a waste from the mines. When we dump all these waste, what is happening? We are polluting the soil and the soil turn to an infertile soil. Infertile soil means that soil will not have any good quality to grow crops. They don't have any enough nutrients in that to grow the crops. So that soil, so that land will turn barren. Barren means no use of that soil. Okay, so the soil will become infertile because of these waste. So that is why we have to see that all the waste has been disposed correctly. It should not be thrown in water or on land or in water bodies, anywhere. It has to be disposed very, very clearly and correctly. Now let's see the next pollution. That is noise pollution, right? Excessive or unpleasant sound present in the environment is called as the noise pollution. Excessive means which is unbearable, right? Excessive and unpleasant sound which is there in the environment is called as the noise pollution. Okay, and this noise pollution can lead to irritation for us, right? If it is crossing the limit, if it is too noisy, what happens? It causes irritation in us, it causes stress in us, and it can lead to loss of hearing also. So it is harmful for all the living things. And one more thing most important is that there is a measuring, the intensity of the sound can be measured by a unit called as decibel. Okay, the measuring unit is called as the decibel. If the intensity of this crosses more than 90 decibel, it will cause loss of hearing for us. So more than 90 decibel, you should not hear any sound. Okay, you should not, the intensity of the sound should not cross 90 decibels. Okay, now let's see what all are the causes of noise pollution. Car and bus horns, when you are stuck in what we say traffic jam, what will happen? All will start honking their horns, right? So car and bus horns, it's an unpleasant sound for us. Then loudspeakers, loud music, right? It's not good for our ears. Home appliances sound like mixie, grinders, vacuum cleaners. All these are unpleasant sounds. Firecrackers sound. These all will lead to noise pollution. So all these are the causes of noise pollution. These unpleasant sound can cause stress in us, irritation in us, and finally it can lead to loss of hearing. So don't hear any music or anything at the intensity which crosses 90 decibels. Okay. Now these are the causes and the pollution that are caused by humans as well as by the nature. Nature we will live, that we cannot control, right? But human activities can be controlled. If we control our activities, what can happen? We can reduce the pollution. Who is going to affect by all these pollution? We humans ourselves are going to get affected. So my dear children, I as well as you have to take a step to control the pollution and to save our environment. So we will take a promise that as much as possible we will control the pollution and will make our life a better place and will make our environment a better place to live in. With this topic we will finish our chapter. You have to do exercise letter A and B in page number 72 and 73. Complete the chapter, read the chapter. It's a simpler chapter. You can understand it very clearly. Read the chapter, underline and learn what are the different pollution, what are the different causes of it. And you yourself ask what all things I can do to control these pollutions. Okay, thank you my dear children. We are winding up our video.